Hello everyone, my name is Brock and I am your math instructor. I am here to do a quick video on how to get started in math and some helps and tips that you might want to know. So let's jump right into it. Hopefully when you go into Canvas, you will see your class listed in Canvas. So let's start here, your dashboard. I'm going to go into one of the math classes. And then you're going to see all kinds of stuff as far as the first week of class. It's taking a second for it to load. There it goes. So you need to do all the stuff on the getting started, meet your instructor, that is me, get to know your classmates. Those things are great. They're not the most important stuff. The most important thing is you need to keep going down, 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 down until you get to know ALEKS. There's always a shortcut up here over to the side if you want to jump right into ALEKS, and that's where almost everything you're going to be doing in this class is here in ALEKS. That is the math system. It is an awesome system. I suggest you go to the announcements, look through all the students that I have posted in there about what they've said, especially all the students who said they were really scared about coming into math and now they love it. There's students who tell me all the time that where once they hated math and thought they were going to do terrible, now they love going around and doing just regular math problems in their head. They love finding the circumference of their house, things like that. When they're doing projects, they can do it easily. They say, now I can look in a room and say, this is how wide it is. This is how many square feet I would need of tile, things like that. So don't let the fear get in the way. A lot of times students just don't start, and that's the biggest problem is they don't start, or they start and they don't put enough time into it. So while it is not going to be, I hate to say it's not going to be hard, because yeah, sometimes it is hard. Sometimes there's a lot of challenging problems, but you'll always have the resources you need. So just do it. Don't let the fear get in the way. So let's jump into it. So I'm going to click on ALEKS, and I'm just going to pretend like it took me into the regular ALEKS page. So this is not what you're going to see at first. What you're going to see at first is a tutorial of how to use all the tools. Make sure you take that so you know exactly how to write the numbers and different things in. The next thing it's going to ask you to do is take your initial assessment. This is extremely important. The initial assessment is essential because it will set you down what we call your path. Don't cheat. I know it's easy. I love my Siri and I love my other things where I can just ask them math problems and stuff like that and they'll tell me the answer. But if you cheat or if you get answers from other places, it's going to assume you already know those, and then when the tests come, it's going to throw you out problems that you probably have never seen because it figured you already knew them based on the assessment. So just do it out of your head. Yes, you can use a calculator and stuff like that, but don't try to gyp yourself on this. And if you honestly don't know, then just say, I don't know. That's one of the best things you can do on the initial assessment is just say, I don't know. And that lets ALEKS know what it needs to teach you specifically. So there'll be 30 questions on the assessment. After you take the assessment, then you're going to get something that looks like this. So this is a random student assessment. They already took it, and this is their path. So it says they already know a lot of their arithmetic, which is the, 5 plus this plus this. It says what the student really needs to work on is over here, like linears and functions. The x plus y equals this. Looks like polynomials. And that's where most students are. Now, whatever you get on this, it doesn't matter. If you get all blanks on this, it doesn't matter. This just lets ALEKS know what it needs to focus for you. And it will let the ALEKS system know what it needs to teach you. Everybody is going to have their own path. Everybody will have their own way of doing this class. And that's extremely important. It's built to adapt to each student. Because of this, it's really hard to teach a whole group of students because everyone's on their own path. And that's why we don't have live classes per se. Instead, we have a lot of individual tutoring. So I will be online every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. I'm also online other times. You just need to check on the link that I shared under week 1 that says Meet with Brock. And I'm always available for questions. I am usually really good at getting text messages or Google chats or whatever it is. Actually, usually text messages are the best. to get back to you. Or if you want to send a message in Canvas, I usually see them fairly quickly, and I try to get back as soon as I can. I do work other jobs. I spend a lot of time with my daughter at her school. She's in kindergarten, and I help out there. So I'm busy in doing things, but I try to get back as soon as I can. So let's go back to here. Let's say you took your assessment, now you're ready to do the homework. All you have to do is push on the button that says Start My Path. That is your homework. It will take you through the exact things that you need to know. So say for here, it says, I already know 26 of the 45 topics I need for week 1. In week 2, I already have 44 of the 61 topics. So that's kind of good news. Some weeks might be just a little bit easier. Some weeks might be a little bit harder, depending on what you need. So that's why everyone has their own path. It will adjust you based on what it feels you already know. Now, when you take the tests, if you did cheat on the initial assessment, I shouldn't say cheat, but if you got help and had other things solve the answers for you, then when you get to the test, it will be a little bit harder for you, and you will probably miss more because it didn't teach you or take you through those because it already assumed you knew those. So I'm going to put on Start My Path, and then basically you just go from there. Oh, and right then my computer froze. But that's okay, because you don't actually have to go through there. Once you start your path, it will take you through and it'll start giving you individualized questions based on what you said you know and what you need to know based on your initial assessment. Now, if you are really struggling, get help. There's a lot of help. And it's actually not that hard to get. So let's say you need help. The best thing you can do is, well, you can always talk to me. But I don't always have time to help everybody. I'm teaching 4 or 5 different math classes and 90 to 100-something different math students. So with that, I don't always have time to do the one-on-one help that I like to do. And I really do like to do it. But we do have a huge, a wonderful team of tutors. I shouldn't say huge, but we have a wonderful team of tutors. And it's actually pretty easy to set up a tutor. You just go here back to the main page, and you click on Book a Math Tutor. And there it is. This class has one math tutor that's specifically assigned, but we do have other math tutors available too. If Christy here is not available. Now, Christy is wonderful. She works in a lot of the other classes. Amazing math person. She has a great math mind, probably better than my own. So use her. She's also been a student at Bryan University, so she understands it. And it's so easy. You just look on her schedule and you put in a time. So any of these times are times that she is available to do tutoring. So you literally just go in here and click. Once you click, it'll bring you down here and it'll say, what's your information? And then it will confirm, and that's it. Then you've set up an appointment with her, and there's really no limit how many appointments you can set up. So get as much help as you need. Now, I'm actually amazed how few people actually use the tutors. Some really do, but some find that there's a lot of resources available on ALEKS too. It takes you to the book. There's videos that are available. All that type of stuff is available to help you learn as well. So you have a lot of resources available to do it. It just takes work again. You have to spend some time in there. Some students say the time can be very different, so you have to be careful. Because one week, let's say they already were well on their path, so they only had a couple hours of homework that week. And other weeks, they had a lot to learn, and they said, well, now that week I had like 6 or 7 hours of homework because there was a lot more to practice. It also depends on how fast you do it. So let's say if it gives you a type of problem, ALEKS gives you a type of problem, and you get 2 right in a row, it'll automatically kind of skip ahead and say, okay, you seem to already know that if you got 2 right in a row. If you keep trying and you keep getting them wrong, then it will keep giving them back to you. So it's important not to try to guess, not to try to rush through it. It's important to really try to understand what you are learning because you can't skip. It won't let you just go ahead. So take the time to really do it right the first time. Find some quiet space where you can really take the time to learn it, to figure it out, and to get them right, and you'll actually go faster. If you try to rush through it, it'll just keep giving you those problems again and again and again, and then you won't actually get through your homework very fast because in order to get through the week 1 homework, you have to learn all of those subjects. And you have to get to 100%. It won't even let you go on to the week 2 until you get those done because it builds off of each other. So everything is built off of this path. Oops, sorry, it closed down. So everything is built off of that path that it sets down in ALEKS. And as long as you follow the path, you'll get through each of the week 1. And it will test you every now and then to see, yeah, okay, you finished week 1. Let's assess how well you did. And then it might bring you back a little bit and say, all right, you need to work on these some more to help you get ready for the next week. So you just have to keep going on the path. Now, the grades do not sync automatically. I have to go in and do those a couple times a week. I check every day, but it's with so many students, I don't have time to put in every single grade every day. But usually after you finish 100%, then I will automatically transfer it over into Canvas, so you can see your grade in Canvas. And at the end of week 1, usually you need to have your homework in by Sunday, but I give you a few days to keep working at it. So usually by the next Wednesday, if you have not done any work, I will put the grade automatically in there. So whether you have a 50%, then you'll see a 50% for week 1, but I'll change it as it keeps changing as well, especially as you finish it. So please, if you have questions, text me. I am great at text messages. I love talking to students. I am here to help you, just like the tutors are here to help you. And if you need anything at all, let me know. You can always find my text message up under the Get to Know the Teacher or the Meet the Teacher back at the home page. You will also be hearing from me about every week, maybe every 2 weeks, just checking in, telling you how you're doing, whether you're a little behind, if you're doing great, all those types of stuff. So if you would like, please text me your number. Otherwise, it makes a little more work for me because I have to go and look it up. And I will do that. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a great time, and I will talk to you later. Bye.